Sometimes I describe theater seasons as a journey, a journey through 5 plays. Well, if this is a journey, this is the wildest, most twisting, turning roller coaster of a journey that you're going to go on for a while, because we have a number of shows that are you'd almost describe them as thrillers, or they're like North by Northwest or the Bourne Identity, but still with what I think is important content. But the first show, for instance, Little Thing, Big Thing, is this Irish play that really centers around this ex-con and this nun on the run from a hitman from Nigeria who works for an oil company. And it's all told by 2 actors, and there's a whole bunch of characters, and it's fantastic. But and then the second play is Butcher. It's this amazing new Canadian play by Nicolas Billon, a Canadian playwright, and it's about a guy. The police find this old man wearing a Santa hat and mumbling in a foreign language, and he's got a butcher's hook around his neck with a card on the hook, with a lawyer's business card, and written on the back it says, "Arrest me." Yeah, I know. And then the play just unfolds in a series of twists and turns that you cannot believe. I mean, it's so engaging, and the play itself is really about what happens when the need for justice is thwarted and vengeance takes over, and what price that we pay for that. We pay as individuals if we try to exact that vengeance, but also what we pay as a society by not engaging in true justice. And so it's really important in terms of things that are going on in the world today, and the way even our country is responding to world events, and the way that the world is responding to events around the world. It's really important, but it's so entertaining. It's a page turner when you read it, and it's just speeds along when you watch it. One of the reviews for Butcher said they didn't know whether a play about such a serious topic should be so entertaining. So that's pretty great. And then we got a show about Monsanto, and the farmer that the seeds blew onto, the Monsanto seeds. This happened in Saskatchewan, and the crops grew, and he was sued, and Monsanto won. A company and a playwright in Montreal has taken the transcripts from the trial and interviews with the people involved, and taken their words verbatim and created this incredible piece of theater called Seeds. And Eric Peterson is in that. He's playing our farmer from Saskatchewan, Eric Peterson from Corner Gas and Billy Bishop Goes to War, and Canadian icon, this guy. So that's going to be pretty darn exciting. And then I've got this play about how the bicycle helped emancipate women. And it changed because the safety bicycle, when it was invented in the late 1800s, it was unbelievably popular. People don't realize that it just took off, and it meant for women, it meant under their own power they could travel great distances and on their own. But it changed the way that they dressed. It changed. You can't do it with a bustle and a long skirt. So while people were still wearing skirts, there were changes to like bloomers and all that kind of stuff. But it did something else. That she tells the story. This is Evelyn Perry has put this show together. She tells the story of a woman named Annie Londonderry, who in 1894 traveled around the world by bicycle, and this is to win a $10,000 prize. And her name isn't Londonderry, by the way. It was actually something else. She changed it because her sponsor was the Londonderry Mineral Water Company. So the play looks at women's roles and in the time, the emancipation of women, sponsorship, all sorts of things, and it's told through music, some spoken word, some theatrical storytelling. So you've got Evelyn's out there with a couple of guitars, and she's telling the story. There's a big screen behind her that's projecting all this fantastic imagery of the time, and she's accompanied by a guy who plays a bicycle as an instrument. He's this amazing percussionist who adds so much to the whole soundtrack of it all by playing a microphone enhanced bicycle. So all in all, it's just going to be, I'm really excited by the season, as you might be able to tell.
My name's Rick Chafe. I'm the playwright in residence here at Prairie Theatre Exchange this year, and my play will close the season next year. At the moment, it's called Shelter Porn. It's a brand new play, though. Still, that's a working title. We're having trouble with that name because apparently, if you Google that, you get horrible stuff. So we're looking around, but there's also, I've got it down to a short list of 20, 30, 50 names or so that change weekly. But eventually we'll have a title.
So what's it about?
It is about a couple probably around my age, in their 50s, middle 50s. They'd like to go traveling, see the world, except they want to retire. Neither of them will let the other one do the thing they want, and so they compromise by renovating their kitchen, when really what they should be doing is going for marriage counseling. So they hire the cheapest contractors they can find, which are a couple of very young 20-somethings with virtually no experience whatsoever, and they work closely with their contractors, and of course it all dissolves into mess. The younger couple is thinking about getting married. The older couple is moving into the area of, is it time to split up? And it's really a kind of a long comic meditation on marriage through the eye of the renovation of the kitchen. PTE has such a long history of developing new work, new plays, new Canadian plays, that's part of what they're hungry for, is they actually are looking for new work and new plays. Not necessarily everything has to be a familiar title to them. So it's a very adventurous and welcoming crowd. A theatre that's dedicated to doing new work as part of what it does is, well, that's what playwrights dream of. When I think of theatres, but also other arts institutions in Winnipeg, where the audience feels they own the theatre, that is the ideal relationship with the audience, and PTE is one of those institutions. We have there's a long-time regular audience of subscribers that keep coming back, but there's always new people coming in. They get so close to the stage, it's so intimate, you're surrounding the actors right in front of you on three sides. The actors are in your lap. It's such an intimate, wonderful relationship, and it's also a very, Bob programs a mix of plays that give a variety, but within, it's exactly what you want, but not like you would expect.
I think more than anything, this upcoming season is going to be, it's a season full of important content that is amazingly entertaining.